Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
You can also assign cost resources to tasks within your project file. Just as when assigning material resources, when you assign cost resources, they have no effect on the scheduling of the tasks. You can assign cost resources to a task in order to indicate costs incurred in order to complete a task. This allows you to better track indirect project costs such as client entertainment or business travel. When you assign a cost resource to a task, you enter a fixed dollar amount to assign to the task. This amount assigned to the task will not change unless you manually edit it at a later point in time. The most reliable way to assign cost resources is by using the Assign Resources dialog box. By default, you cannot see the cost column within the task form view that appears at the bottom of the Gantt chart view when the window is split, so you cannot easily use that view for the necessary cost entry that must be made. You can open the Assign Resources dialog box by selecting the task in the Gantt chart view to which you want to assign the cost resource, and then clicking the Assign Resources button in the Assignments group on the Resource tab in the ribbon, or pressing Alt plus the F10 key on your keyboard. Next, enter the amount to allocate to this cost resource within the Cost column for the selected cost resource within the Assign Resources dialog box. Now when you're finished, click the green check mark that appears in the cell entry bar within this dialog box, or simply exit the cell after entering the amount. This will automatically assign the cost resource, so you don't need to click the Assign button. You can click the Close button in the Assign Resources dialog box to close the dialog box once you're finished. Now alternately, but not necessarily recommended for new users, you can click into the next blank row under the resource name column for the selected task that appears in the task form view of the Gantt chart view, and then choose the name of the cost to use. However, in order for you to see the cost column, you need to change the default view shown in the task form view. If you right-click your mouse within the task form view, you can select the Cost command from the pop-up menu that appears in order to change the view of the task form table and display the cost column. You can then enter the amount to attribute to the cost resource within this column. Just be sure to click the OK button within the task form when you've finished your data entry to save your assignments. To switch the task form view back to its default view, just right-click within the task form view and then select Work or Schedule if desired from the pop-up menu that appears. While this may be a much faster way to enter assignment data for advanced users, note that switching views within the split window view may leave new users lost and confused, possibly staring at the wrong data entry views when first learning to use Microsoft Project. In this case, it may be better to simply use the Assign Resources dialog box, as it doesn't alter the view of the project when it's used and tends to be easier for new users to learn and use than switching the views of the selected panes can be.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.